Yeah, hi. Alrighty, folks, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for your AEW All In the day of, because it was early in the day. Might be obviously late night in the UK. It is time for your All In AEW All In 2023 review. What I realized, I didn't ever do a review for the original All In because at the time it was just an indie event. I remember like Wrestling Jesus talking about it at the time, before he went insane, and he even kind of basically said what needed to be said at the time. And especially when I watched the highlights of the show, I'm not willing to go and watch it. I know it's available. I think it's available, and it basically was a precursor event for AEW. And now they're doing it now. I just always wondered, like, why wasn't that ever considered an AEW event? I don't know. It was kind of just a precursor thing, but I don't know. Maybe that's like if they were to have a network, an AEW network, like the WWE network, they could maybe make that officially their AEW, the first official AEW event. And it seems like why hasn't if they're doing these their supposed WrestleMania shows, with All Out, why wasn't it called All In? And now they're doing All In. I don't know. And now, oh man, All Out is next week, and now it's official. And this was what I was worried they were gonna fucking do. I knew they were gonna probably say this, and they were planning apparently to do this. They're gonna do All In every year now, and basically every year seems like it's gonna be All In and then All Out. So officially, they're basically doing 2 nights of WrestleManias, but just in a different week. It's like, oh man, that's too much fucking wrestling. Too much! Too fucking much! Oh lord. I don't know. Yeah, what I do know, WWE, even again, I don't give a fuck about WWE, but I know damn well now that WWE's gonna fucking combat it next year in some sort of way. They're gonna use that to try to do NXT or fucking a pay-per-view before it. They're gonna do something like that, around, maybe SummerSlam will be happening around that time, probably. Who fucking knows? But yeah, that's, oh man, great. So, because, WWE, even though, you have to know, WWE, they are pretty slimy. They're always gonna fucking come at fucking any promotion. Just like with TNA, when fucking they were doing the Monday Night thing, they bring Bret Hart. Now they're doing it, and now they're gonna probably do the same thing. Same thing with fucking when CM Punk came back, they brought back Brock Lesnar. And all that kind of shit. So it's like, they always do something to try to mess with AEW in a way. Because, they want to try to be competition. That's what they're going to fucking do. But great, really? Next year they're going to do another All In? Then why hasn't All In been the official thing throughout the years? And so they're going to be back again at Wembley Stadium. Great. So we're going to see this pay-per-view. You're going to see 2 nights of wrestling each week. You're going to expect us to pay us money for that. Even though I watched it on a stream, thankfully. Even though I was having some problems throughout the show watching it, but, there's no way I'm spending, but, yeah. But great. I don't know. I do hope one day they have, a network. There's talks of having it at HBO Max, which I think, if that's the case, then that's when I will buy HBO Max and officially watch AEW on my TV screen, their pay-per-views. So, there you go. But yeah, again, Wembley Stadium. They're doing it again, Wembley Stadium. For one thing, I understand why they're doing it, because it's something outside the UK to make people care. UK, like or not, UK is a smarky wrestling crowd. They're always gonna fucking want something like that, and it gives them a chance to like something. But again, it's like this is the problem with whenever they do these shows. They rely on only one state to try to do these shows. To try to do these pay-per-views. They're relying all out on with Chicago. They're relying double nothing with Las Vegas. It's like, does it hurt to try to do these shows and to give other places a chance? In my opinion, come on, it doesn't. I understand in a way. It gives people an opportunity to plan, and it makes people know what to do, and it also gives them a market in the UK for something to do. But it kind of limits yourself, because what if, God forbid, something with AEW happens where you basically become shit? Who knows? In my honest opinion, AEW is not really that great. Even though I will say this, and I was gonna try to build up to it, the show wasn't too bad of a show tonight. But again, like, what if something happens to make the show, like, unwatchable, or people stop caring? Will you really think you're gonna sell it 80,000? Try to get 80,000 people again, like this year, or even more? I don't know. They didn't sell out apparently tonight. It showed freaking, you know, there definitely some empty seats, so they definitely didn't sell out the show, but they did sell like around 80,000 or whatever. Some people say it could have been exaggerated, you know, which I would not mind, because I would not be surprised. You know, WWE does it, and then AEW does it, and whatever. But people are gonna brag that, you know, they could sell out Wembley. Like, okay, but they can't sell out every other show, and they have to rely now on the UK to do these shows, these stadium shows. Like, okay, whatever. But like, really, come on. Then you're gonna do All Out now every week after. Like, talk about fucking draining people, you know? And especially, come on, how are people on this show tonight gonna be cleared and be able to fucking wrestle at all out? You know what I mean? Unless you gotta make like a totally different card for each night. Basically like the WrestleMania thing where not every wrestler should wrestle like on both nights type of thing. I don't know. But like, you don't want every wrestler to be missing out on All In Wembley, because people want to see fucking people in the UK and Wembley and whatever, so. Whatever. I don't know. I guess this also gives chances for people who couldn't be on this show to be. I guess that's also why they're doing it. Let's be honest here too. Daniel Bryan's was not on this show. Another freaking person that's like, you know, UK person. What's her name? Fucking Jamie Hayter. Like, apparently they want to do stuff for like those people to be on the show. Whatever. I don't know. Overall, AEW tonight, well, you know, I mean, it's tonight there, whatever. AEW today, so, All In, 2023. Was it a bad show? No, it wasn't a bad show. Was it a long show? Hell yeah. Very long show. Had some subpar moments. Definitely, like, freaking some boring shit happened. Definitely a lot of exaggerated glorified indie fuckfest. No doubt about it. A lot of, you know, fucking boring indie fucking wrestling bullshit happened on the show, but it wasn't a bad show, you know. Definitely this show appeases to Dave Meltzer. Again, the problem with these matches is that they're too long. I'm sorry, like, not every match need to be long and you know, because it's just your pace. You gotta pace the matches better where they fit well, you know. And again, like, a lot of these matches are basically like the same thing I'm seeing every match. Like, that's the problem. But the show wasn't terrible. Okay, it was not bad as a whole. It really wasn't. Like, again, for a show that's calling itself the biggest wrestling pay-per-view event ever, it's far from it, because there's still so many better wrestling pay-per-views that, not only that, even though it doesn't probably have a lot, like, for example, again, WrestleMania 17, even though it doesn't have, like, maybe this show, sure, it had more people in Wembley than WrestleMania 17. But WrestleMania 17 is still by far the best wrestling event in history of wrestling. Same thing with other fucking wrestling shows. I would think like SummerSlam 2002 for example. SummerSlam 1998. A lot of wrestling shows. Like wrestling, people say even WrestleMania 19. You know, a lot of other WrestleManias. A lot of other SummerSlams. Heck, a lot of Survivor Series that have happened over the years. Royal Rumbles, you know, a lot of pay-per-views, big pay-per-views, even Raws, you know, a lot of Raws and SmackDowns, like, they're just more entertaining than this show. But does it mean it was a bad show? No. Definitely better than a lot of Dynamites I've watched, so, you know, but this show was pretty long, very long, so, it just, it got her stuff, you know, me trying to really enjoy the show, really, so there you go. We're gonna talk, so anyways, grab your Coca-Colas, drink it magnificently. Spy bitches go, oh shit. I will say this again. I'm very happy that the show was, like, at least that's the advantage with the All-In shows, if they're going to be in Wembley. Like, the international shows, I'm happy that at least they'll be, like, international. And in a way that, you know, I don't need to fucking stay up all night to try to watch this shit. Or, like, fucking just literally, like 8 to fucking 12 or 1 o'clock. Like, I'm actually pretty happy stuff like that, you know what I mean, people? So, obviously, they gotta still make people care about All Out, so that's the problem. Like, again, it seems like All In It's like the more of the night 2 show, and All Out is more like a sort of subpar night 1 type of show. Because no one's gonna fucking care about really like a night 1 show or a show that's supposed to be a precursor to the next night. Like, come on, that's how it feels like. All In clearly feels more bigger because it's gonna be in front of a stadium now. So basically, All In is basically now their official WrestleMania, and All Out is just basically their somewhat kind of in-states weird WrestleMania type of thing where, I don't know, whatever. Regardless, both are going to be like basically the night 1s and night 2s, it seems like. Which, I don't know why you got to do that, why you got to make, whatever. You got to, I don't know. Again, it's always got to be a make or break thing. Like, will this make people want to go to Wembley, or try to watch every fucking All In show, whatever. It wasn't terrible, but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens after this year. I don't know how about All In, like, I mean, All Out. Like, All Out doesn't look like it'll be a good show, like, compared to this. That's for damn sure, you know? When you're ending your supposed, like, WrestleMania-type weekend, you gotta end with a bang. Like or not, WrestleMania 39, at least WrestleMania 39 ended with a bang, and ended with a big climax. You didn't end fucking, let's say, night 1 with Reigns versus Cody. A match that people were looking forward to, like, to see if Cody wins or Roman retains. Like, that was the main event. And then night 2, you did, like, let's say, a random match. Like, no one's really looking forward to that much compared to fucking the night 2 main event. You know what I mean? Night 2 main event, like, which was Roman and Cody and WrestleMania. Like, if let's say if even they ended the show with you know, let's say the main event night 2 this year was the Usos versus Sami and Kevin Owens. It wouldn't have been as big as it was if it was at night 1, and it definitely wouldn't have been as big a main event to main event as, like, let's say, you know, Reigns and Cody. So that's the thing. Like, what they're going to do to the main event. Some people say it might be a rematch. I don't really think, or it needs to be a rematch. Like, I don't know. It's just they have something planned to do, but I have a feeling, I'll be honest with you guys, I have a feeling they're not going to have a good main event except for All Out. Really, they don't. It's just like, and that's supposed to be the problem. A lot of things about fucking All In or All Out, there are going to be a lot of repetitive matches. So basically, All Out is going to be rematch of Mania. It's going to be basically the rematch of All In. That's not what you want to really do as a supposed WrestleMania weekend, you know what I mean? Or supposed WrestleMania nights. You know what I mean, folks? Anyways, grab a Coca-Cola, drink them, and these 5 minutes bitches go, oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, cheers. Shout out to my UK chicks out there, and I don't know, just whatever. Everyone in international, y'all invite my big black couch as long as you know. I don't know, just just fucking if I like, yeah. Okay, let's be for real. Well, let's talk about this fucking show, right? Show wasn't too bad. Very long though, very fucking long. But I am happy that it was not like fucking. It was not like on night, so that's definitely the big advantage about this show. All right, folks. So let's talk about this show, shall we? All right, so the show started with the pre-show or the buy-in, whatever the fuck they call it, the fucking. The fucking 0 hour. That was the thing. I mean, technically this doesn't count, but, you know, they wanted to make it, people care about it or whatever. Apparently during the buy-in pre-show panel was Renee Paquette, Kip Sabian for some fucking reason, Anthony Argogo, and Paul White, a.k.a. Big Show. Miro and Powerhouse Hobbs had a contract signing literally before, like, everybody made it in the show. Hobbs tried to sucker punch Miro, but he sees it coming and knocks Hobbs out of the ring or whatever. Like, okay. Okay. Then, after that, Paul White, Anthony Ogogo, and the debuting Grado confronts Jeff Jarrett, Jay Leto, and Sandman Singh. And Grado hits Jarrett with his own guitar. Again, who the fuck is Grado? I mean, I think he, like, wasn't he like a TNA guy? But people like this guy because he's, like, fat and European. Like, who fucking cares? Or whatever. It's not good stuff. The pre-show match. MJF and Adam Cole defeat Aussie Open to become the new ROH Tag Champs. I'm actually don't mind this. I didn't mind. Like some people are saying, you know, they're gonna lose again, and it's like, why would this make any sense? Why would this make sense if they're again fighting in the show? Like, why would they have a match, like tag team match? Oh, just to set up the fucking feud. I don't mind them winning the tag titles. If anything, it makes those titles look more legitimate. Even though who gives a shit about ROH? They basically win a dead tag titles. Basically, they won the consolation prize. You're not good enough to win the fucking main tag titles, but they won that. That type of deal. You know what I mean, folks? People fucking complain about Seth Rollins winning the consolation prize. That's basically what it was with this. You know what I mean? And then, dissension between the MJF and Adam Cole, you know. But yeah, they fucking won the double clothesline and whatever, so. Which, you know, I gotta give credit to, like, you know, MJF and Adam Cole getting that over. Isn't that funny? Like a classic wrestling move like that. A old school type of move that's not too spotty is getting over. And I give credit to that. Like, that's the beauty, like, you know, something like that. So I'm happy about that. But then they won the tag titles. Ascension between them, whatever, to lead to the main event tonight. Oh my god, Mercedes! So Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks, she called herself the CEO. What does that fucking mean? Whatever. She's in All In. She was in the crowd. Like, whatever. Okay. And all the fucking smarts like jizzing. Oh my god, the queen is here. Oh my god, she's so beautiful. Y'all motherfuckers are so simpy for, like, the weirdest looking bitches because she likes anime like you weirdos. The second and the last match of the pre-show, Hook defeated Jack Perry to become the two-time FTW championship. They brawled with Jack Perry's limo or whatever. The match was fine. They were brawling, you know, from the ramp to the fucking ring, and then Hook won with the submission. Not a terrible match. Not a terrible match. You know, it's like whatever. You know what I mean? I don't really care. Again, I don't care about Jungle Boy or whatever his name, Jack Perry. Because again, like Jack Perry, like again, he still has Beethoven as demon. We're supposed to care about him as a heel, but he doesn't. He literally, I can't buy this guy as a heel. I'm sorry, I can't. So the show officially kicks off, the official show, with CM Punk defeating Samoa Joe in a Pepsi plunge. I tried watching this match, but Streak has cutting off during this. Punk got busted open during the match. You know, we gotta have blood in every match for some fucking reason. Like, okay, whatever. Like, that's the problem with a lot, like, again, WWE doesn't do blood, but we do it. Again, there's a certain thing called too much of a good thing. And that's why I feel like a lot with these wrestling shows, they did too many, like, no DQ matches. They did too many spots where, like, and also too many fucking long matches. Too many of the same type of move where every match has a flip. Every match has a certain spots and whatever, you know, type of deal, and too much blood. So, I like blood as much as the next guy, but it's gotta make fucking sense. You okay? It's gotta make sense. But yeah, Punk won. He basically ripped off Cena and Hulk Hogan during the match for some fucking stupid reason. He did fucking John Cena's comebacks, and he did Hulk Hogan's fucking, you know, the fucking Hulk Hogan fucking sound and the leg drop. Like, why? Well, why does that make any sense? Like, okay, whatever. And then, yeah, Punk eventually won with the Pepsi plunge, which is basically the top rope pedigree. And yeah, he defeated fucking Samoa Joe. Match wasn't terrible. Just like, I really didn't care much about, in all honesty, especially as an opening match. It's like, whatever. You know? If anything, it would make, honestly, more sense that even, like, why not just do MJF and Adam Cole have their tag team match open the show? You know what I mean, folks? But whatever. I don't know. To me, that would make more sense. But, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, the main thing about this was CM Punk had trans rights as human right, like some bitch, which I don't even know if it was a trans bitch, but get it, trans rights is human right, because this guy's such a massive libtard faggot, so it's like, okay. Second match, Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Konosuke Takeshita defeated the Golden Elite. Konosuke defeated, he pinned Omega literally fucking before the end of the match. And just like, this was like the problem throughout like the show, like throughout me watching. Thankfully, it was more so only the first two matches. Literally before the match was ending, the fucking show got cut off for me when I was trying to watch the stream. Because, like, you know, I don't know, some fucking streaming bullshit. If you guys wonder what kind of streaming I'm using, it's something called Strikeout. I don't know, I give credit to some YouTuber uploading how to watch AEW Revolution 2021. And that's what I've been using ever since to watch the AEW pay-per-views or whatever. I remember when I tried to watch the Forbidden Door show, and it was like such a massive headache trying to watch the show. Literally, it was also a massive headache trying to watch this or just any show, not fucking WWE. But, you know, that's what. Because again, I'm sorry. If I'm a bad person to not wanting to fucking pay for a show, come on, compared to like WWE now, which has the streaming site. Why would I spend fucking $50 especially when I'm not a big fan of modern wrestling nowadays? Why would I want to spend $50, especially $50 next fucking week? And next week's like my fucking birthday, and there's no way I want to watch. That's what's the problem. Like, and that's like, oh man, really wrestling on my fucking birthday weekend. At least like when I know next year my birthday won't be in a weekend. Apparently my birthday will be like after Labor Day, which I thought would be on Labor Day. It's gonna be a leap year, I believe, this coming year. So whatever. But like the thing is, like, come on, it's gonna be too much fucking wrestling. Like, damn, too much fucking wrestling. And I'm not really excited to watch wrestling my birthday next week because it's not like, again, I'm not a big fan of modern wrestling. I'm not a big fan of the idea of Payback happening, and Payback does not look good and all out. Like, come on. The matches are now so far for All Out. Why should we care? Whatever. But, anyways, fucking, they're gonna apparently they're gonna do a rematch. It's official. They're gonna do Omega versus Konosuke next week at fucking All Out. Whatever, the match was whatever, you know, get it all, the golden faggots, and, you know, they all fucking do flippy shit, they all do kicks and flips. The match was just whatever, okay? It was whatever, you know? Get it? They did a bunch of flips in this match or whatever. The third match, FTR defeats the Young Bucks to retain the tag titles. Some people are saying that, oh, you know, they did, whatever, they basically did the same thing from, like, a match they had, like, two or 3 years ago. Where, like, the FTR, like, they, I don't know, something that, I don't know. Like, one of the FTRs, again, so supposedly, you know, they don't do flips, but yet they did one of the guy did a fucking 450 for some fucking reason. Whatever. He almost lost, but then, like, the FTR guys won eventually after, I mean, the match, I will say this, the match wasn't bad. It was not bad. It's just, again, it was like pretty long. It's like a lot of these matches are really long at this point. I was kind of already almost drained. Keep in mind, I was getting very tired waking up for this show. So I was like, come on. You know, they did a bunch of super kicks and fucking bunch of, you know, great false finish and, you know, a bunch of kicks and all that new super kick party, blah, 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 ensues. It's very kind of repetitive. But then, you know, the false finish throughout in the end of the match that, they were about to, FTR was about to lose. Eventually, they did their finisher, and then they kicked out at 2. Eventually, literally one of the Young Bucks got, like, moved away for, like, literally no reason. It didn't look like it fucking hurt when the guy, you know, got moved away. And then they did their finisher and won. Like, okay, whatever. Some people are saying this is like 6-star, that this match should be rated higher. That'll be really overrated in my honest opinion. So, whatever. The third match of the official show. Best Friends, Eddie Kingston and Penta defeated the Blackpool Combat Club in the Stadium Stampede. I'm not gonna lie to you, the match was not bad. But the problem with this match, there were so many fucking botches. There were so many fucking botches in this match. So many botches. Okay? A lot of miscues, a lot of fucking botches, and like galore. This was Hulkamania once fucking wild. It wasn't fucking bad at all. Even though there was a lot of botches in this shit. It was definitely hardcore compared to the supposed hardcore match on SmackDown. You know, when you talk about hardcore, this was literally hardcore. I mean, again, take away the fucking skewers and fucking even the knives or whatever, right? You don't need that many stuff to do a hardcore match. If anything, they did more than anything than they needed to do in a hardcore match. And WWE couldn't even do fucking anything like what related to what Terry Funk has done in his career. Than a fucking hardcore match that they fucking put on. Like, what the fuck? But this match definitely a lot of fucking botches though. There were fucking botches like goddamn. They were trying to walk on and be on the ladder. Clearly the guy was trying to hold the ladder, but the fucking ladder broke. Like they got like cheap ladders. What happened there? A weird backstabber. Like I remember one of the guys did a backstabber, and then the guy it did not look good. There were table spots. There were you know they used glass. They used fucking dump tags. They even used Legos, which is I think that's pretty gay. Like why you need that shit? Barbed wire. Towards the end of the match, before the end, they had the mother of like I think Trent Beretta sue. They acted like she's like this big character, but I mean, hey, whatever. She had cookie sheets. I think Moxley kissed her or whatever, but then Trent Beretta got angry, and then they got the cookie sheets, all her homemade cookies and whatever. That's funny. That was funny. Towards the end of the match, Eddie Kingston got involved. Like there was like an interaction with Kenny, not Kenny. Fuck, did I say Kenny? Fucking Eddie Kingston and Moxley, because you know they're supposed to be good buddies, but they're not gonna fight each other. He's trying to fucking, he hates Cesaro or whatever. Eventually, Moxley kept getting involved, and Eddie just decided to spear through the fucking barbed wire table, whatever, and then Orange Cassidy wins with the orange punch with the glass. The match was brutal, no doubt about it. It was fucking carnage. Everybody was fucking bleeding in this fucking match. I mean, definitely fucking Stadium Stampede. It lived up to being a carnage match. But unfortunately, what hurt this match were a lot of fucking botches. A lot of sloppy wrestling in this fucking match. A lot of sloppy shit. That's the problem. It was definitely like fucking... It was very sloppy. But was it bad? Not necessarily. It wasn't a bad match. It was definitely kind of real. Supposedly one of the matches that were entertaining throughout the fucking show. With Stadium Stampede, if anything, this basically kind of made me like, should I really care about the show after this? It was definitely fucking a big fucking match. Definitely fucking utter carnage. No doubt about it. So, definitely liked the fucking match. I will say that. Definitely more a tribute match to Terry Funk, if anything. That's for damn sure. The fourth match. Saraya, a.k.a. Paige. She came out with her family because she's in fucking England. She won the Women's Championship. She defeated Toni Storm, Britt Baker, and Hikaru Shida. She pinned Toni Storm because they had the dissension between the group because basically what happened, Toni Storm accidentally hit Paige's mother. Paige's mother was trying to help Toni Storm with like I think was it Hikaru Shida or whatever, and then fucking Toni Storm accidentally hits her mother. That pissed off Paige, and then there's already dissension of who was gonna win, and then basically I think she pinned Toni Storm. I don't remember. All I remember, like, hey, this match, Paige is hot, Britt Baker's hot, Toni Storm, sure, she has a big ass, but it's like fucking, she has short hair, which is a turn off, and I'm not really into Asians, so it's like, okay. Wasn't bad looking at the chicks, that's it, you know what I mean? And I'm happy Paige won, or Saraya, don't say the slave name, like, whatever. Good for Saraya winning her in hometown, so like that's good. That was a good moment. Darby Allin Sting, aka fucking Joker Sting. So Joker Sting basically returned in this match. They were like, it's not just time, it's your time. And Sting came out with a little bit of Joker Sting makeup. He didn't have the Crowish kind of makeup, or didn't have a combination of both. But Sting came out with one of his old WCW themes, which was the Metallica Seek and Destroy theme. So that was kind of cool. So, it was cool to see that. But then fucking Saraya, she had the "We Will Rock You" by fucking Freddie Mercury song, so or the Queen song. I mean, it didn't make any sense. Like, did she have that as an indie song? I don't fucking know, nor do I care. But yeah, fucking Tony Khan was buying a lot of songs tonight. That's for damn sure. You were buying a lot of fucking songs for these wrestlers. Like, damn, you didn't need to do that, but okay. Darby Allin and Sting defeated Christian Cage and Swerve Strickland. Luchasaurus did get involved, but yeah, so it was a coffin match. The match wasn't bad, Sting was still doing crazy shit. It's like, you don't need to, but hey, it's welcoming. He didn't look like he hurt himself tonight, so that's a good thing. I'm happy though, I am happy that freaking that Christian Cage was in this match instead of AR Fox. Who the fuck cares? And knows the fuck AR Fox is, so it was like a good replacement. Again, who really cares about Swerve Strickland? But the match wasn't bad. Definitely cool seeing Sting and Christian interacting a little bit, because again, it was like a throwback to like TNA, so I like that. So the match wasn't bad. Was it great? Not necessarily, but it was great seeing Sting, so I liked it. The next match, I think, was the fifth match. The fifth match, ladies and gentlemen. Will Ospreay defeats Chris Jericho. Jericho came out with this Judas theme. Well, he came out with, obviously the same theme as his Judas theme, but he came out singing Judas because him and Fozzy were performing on the show to give it like an extra love for the UK crowd. It was a good performance. He was saying that yayo, and that people thought it was cringe. Apparently, I'm not gonna pretend I know about like Freddie Mercury like more than a lot of people. But apparently that was like a Freddie Mercury thing. Like, not that I care, but I don't know. It's like, okay, whatever. But yeah, fucking Jericho lost the match. The match was whatever. Definitely Jericho didn't need to do all these crazy moves, but again, because get it to fit into Will Ospreay. I was like fucking worried about the Will Ospreay guy, because again, like, you're doing all these crazy moves for nothing, bro. Like, you're gonna legit hurt yourself. Like, damn. Well, apparently, this match was in love because, they didn't do enough crazy moves in this match or whatever. It's like, you guys want these people to die. Like, holy shit. Match wasn't bad, but just like, I didn't really care. It's just like, I don't care for Will Ospreay, so. But, the match was whatever. It wasn't a terrible match. Towards the ending, Jericho was like, fuck you, like, you're gonna beat me. Like, basically, he did a fuck you thing, you just will go ahead and beat me, like, fuck you and shit. And then, fucking, the Will Ospreay guy does this, like, elbow move, and he does another finisher, which is, like, the fucking landing the head onto the mat. It's like, come on, man, that's fucking dangerous as all hell, but whatever. I think it maybe appeased the smarks, but some people think, like, I guess it was not good enough to be appeased, because there's not enough dangerous moves, like Omega versus him, like, whatever. Match wasn't terrible. I like Jericho, so I don't mind Jericho doing the performance he does. Like it or not, Jericho actually fucking tries. I respect the hell out of the guy, and you know what? The guy actually still can wrestle. He's not some old fuck so he's not just some typical old fuck. He's an old fuck that actually tries. So that's why I give respect for Jericho. After the match, he's angry. Sammy Guevara tries to comfort the guy, but then fucking Jericho just pushes him. So there's a tension between him and Sammy. Some people thought that Sammy Guevara was going to turn on Jericho tonight. I'm happy that didn't happen, or don't mind it not happening, because that'll be like too many fucking heel turns lately, so it's like whatever, yeah. The House of Black then made their entrance. and they homage Bray Wyatt with the lantern. So we get the House of Black rules. It was the Acclaim versus the House of Black for the trios titles. The Acclaim got the advantage for a stipulation that they chose no holds barred. I wonder if they chose a ladder match or a steel cage. Like, will we get what will happen? That happens, right? But like, by kayfabe, that's not gonna happen, you know. But yeah, the Acclaim and Billy Gunn, badass Billy Gunn, defeated the House of Black to become the trios champions. So this was a no holds barred match. Wasn't definitely hardcore as the Anarchy and Arena match. A lot of these matches are not even like no DQ, and they did like brutal shit. The match wasn't bad, but it's like, you know, we've seen a lot of like no DQ-esque matches. Even though I don't mind every match being no DQ, you know what I mean? It's just like, you gotta do shit big if it's a no DQ match, you know what I mean? Then you're just gonna get a fucking normal match. Like, what's the point of calling it no DQ, right? The finish could have been a lot better. You know, for example, like they did a bunch of false finish, kick out of 2, with the false finish. You know, they're like they all did a Faymaster, but then the guy still kicked out of 2. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, again, too many false finishes in wrestling nowadays, and especially on this fucking show, fucking too many false finishes, too many. But whatever. Billy Gunn and the Acclaim eventually won after basically they did like a triple pin after a big move. It was kind of weak move, in all honesty. Like, if anything, I would have liked maybe like a big table spot. Maybe like a big table spot with an elbow with the guy, the fucking Max Caster elbow. That would have been nice, you know? And then they all triple pin. That would have been a big way to win the match, in a way. During the match, a big thing that happened, though, fucking Billy Gunn was thinking about doing a springboard. Like, how the fuck can he do that? Does he have the agility? I don't know, but it would have been interesting. Julia Hart got involved, and then the Acclaimed, which is pretty funny. This was definitely something that made me that laughed in a long time in wrestling. I haven't laughed like this in a long time. So I give credit to AEW. I don't know, it's been a while I laughed in AEW with something with wrestling or any AEW related. This was probably the only genuine things that I thought that was funny. The Acclaimed got Julia Hart, had her flat down. I was like, holy shit, they're about to fucking rape this bitch or something. But like, fucking literally the gay guy, like, why isn't the gay guy doing it? But whatever. Fucking, or maybe secret bisexual. Everybody knows he's bisexual. Or I don't know. Fucking, I mean, it should have been Billy Gunn. Wouldn't it have been funny if it was Billy Gunn? I mean, technically she was messing with Billy Gunn, right? But yeah, the gay guy, fucking, fucking Anthony Bowens. He does the fucking open legs, because they open fucking Julia Hart's legs. And I'm surprised they did this. Like, holy shit, that's crazy. But, you know, it's funny, you know. And if she's okay with it, then that's cool, you know. Fucking the Anthony Bowens guy does the fucking open leg. He jumps on her, and it's literally a fucking legit scissor. Like, holy shit. Maybe that's why he did it. Because, you know, he wishes he's the woman. Maybe he's the woman in the relationship. You know what I mean? And he wishes he had a vagina. Which is what probably a lot of gay men are. Like, they probably wish they were women, really. That's why they just kissing the dudes. You know what I mean? They like that ass. They like their penis and shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Acclaim won. And Billy Gunn, which is cool. And then the House of Black, they showed respect in the end of the match. It was like, it's kind of like, why? But like, okay, like whatever. Are they turning babyface? I don't fucking know. They then, like, you know, they take the titles and they just gave it to the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn, giving them a little respect. It's like, okay. Then the Acclaim says, you know, we promise we're gonna win one more for Billy Gunn, and you know, oh, we know you said there's not gonna be daddy ass coming, but we know that let's do it for the fucking UK crowd. And he did a scissoring or whatever. It's like, okay, to make the fans happy, even though I do think that's really fucking gay, but like, whatever. It is what it is. Alright? Now in the main event, MJF defeated Adam Cole to retain the world title during the match. And that would have been funny if they literally ended the show. It's like, not only the fans would have been pissed off. You know, it's like, it would have been funny if they literally ended the show the way they originally did with this match. But like, obviously it would have been a clear way to lead to All Out, right? A way to lead to All Out. A simple rematch or a match to like have a fucking definitive winner, right? Because how the fuck they're gonna build to a new match at All Out for a world title. Like, how would that make any sense, right? But they obviously, like, you don't want to piss off the UK fans, because again, this is like the first UK crowd fan. This is the first UK pay-per-view. Your first UK pay-per-view. You don't want to do something like a fuck-up finish like this, right? So basically, they restarted the match after Adam Cole says 5 more minutes, because a little throwback to their, you know, their first encounter. And MJF says no, but then like he basically was doing it in a babyface way, like, no, this is gonna be more than 5 minutes. You're gonna do this thing until there's a clear winner. It's showing that MJF's like fucking like becoming a legit babyface now, not being selfish. And yeah, they basically proceed. The match was going fine. They basically kind of like they started the match quick. Like, a sort of, it was too indie though. It's like they were doing flippy shit. It's like, why are you doing it? It's why MJF doing this flippy shit. If anything, you know, he kind of proved to the Smarks that, you know what, you know, if you think I can't wrestle, I'm gonna do this flippy shit for you. Like, basically that's what he did. He basically was doing the flippy shit for the fucking Smarks, and also he even did super kicks. Like, you don't need to do super kicks, man. Why are you doing this? Well, he did to impress the fucking crowd. You know, because get it, that's what apparently makes a good wrestling match. Like, a bunch of super kicks, flips, and kicks or whatever. That's how the show match. But like, oh, get it, they're best buds. They're doing sportsmanship. They're flipping and like, they're like, ha, yeah, that's very nice. And then he kept shaking hands, and eventually MJF basically like, he did like the third time after shaking hand, he did the fucking poke in the eye. That pissed off Adam Cole, and slaps him, and then they proceed to have a real competitive match. Oh yeah, before the match, they fucking got the t-shirts. I was like, are they going for weapons already? Like, this is not no disqualification match. But they put on their t-shirts because get it to fucking sell their t-shirts type of thing or whatever. Because they're the best buds. Eventually in the match, MJ took off the t-shirt, whatever. I don't know. Well, Getty's turning heel, guys. Just don't want to turn heel. But yeah, the match ended like eventually in a double pin. But then, like, the match restarted. Eventually, fucking Cole took advantage, started rolling him up. That's when the match actually got way better. The match was good. Oh yeah, the reason why it ended on the double pin was because they both chanted. They all fucking said double clothesline, and they did it. They did a double clothesline that pinned eventually, and that pissed off the crowd. But then she started the match and let the match continue. So, you know, yeah. A lot of big moves in this match, a lot of smarky moves. It started off kind of boring in my honest opinion, because I didn't really care about like how it was starting. I thought it was like kind of like, because again, especially I was kind of drained from the entire show. But then the match did pick up. But then they did all the dangerous moves, like, because get it, that makes people care. Because get it, we're gonna do all these dangerous moves for no fucking reason. Adam Cole does the fucking Canadian Destroyers and fucking, you know, the fucking moves outside the ring. Adam Cole does the Tombstone, which is like the only move he ever did that's like power, like with muscle, you know. Because MJ was about to do it. Eventually, the double pin, I believe. But then after we started the match again, a bunch of roll-ups. What else happened? Like, you know, they kept doing the big moves. Eventually, the ref got knocked out. MJ was thinking about taking advantage. He was about to use the diamond ring. But then he doesn't because out of friendship. And then Adam Cole, basically what happened, Roderick Strong does get involved in the match. He blows fucking MJF. Adam Cole almost won with the fucking Shining Wizard. But MJ kicked out at 2. He was about to use the belt, the world title. But then he basically like reluctant, like it's like, no, I can't do this because of friendship. He throws away the title. And then eventually, that's how MJ wins. He wins with the roll-up. And, you know, it's not a bad match. It wasn't a bad match. It was a good match. I will say it was a good match. Definitely probably one of the only few Adam Cole matches I ever enjoyed. I will say. And that's because of the story. Even though, again, the match was your typical indie sort of glorified match. But I thought this match was definitely better than their other match. It was definitely way better. Because, again, it's better because of the story involved now. And whatever. After the match, Adam Cole was basically angry. MJF was like, you know, like, hey man, you know, don't worry, we both won. You know, we all entertained the crowd. And then Adam Cole was so angry, whatever. He pushes like MJF, and then MJF like, you know, he basically throws away the tag titles that MJF gives him. It's like, you know, you did it, but then like, You never care about me, Dad. You're always going to care about the title. Here, you want the title? Here you go. And he was like kind of saying, turn, do it. They were kind of saying like, maybe this is where Adam Cole's gonna turn on him type of deal. He's gonna turn on him. He's gonna hurt, but then Roger Strong says hit him, and then he doesn't, and they all hug his friendship. So there's no turn tonight. There's no fucking, which I like. I actually don't mind it. I actually like this. I like they did not turn on each other. Because again, it kind of, it's one of those few stories that where why do they need to really turn on each other type of thing, especially when this is like kind of a good act going. You don't really need them to break up. It's kind of a good thing. If anything, it makes me want to see them now win the actual tag titles. Want to actually see the fucking AEW tag titles eventually, and just, it's good. People are thinking maybe, like, I was even thinking, like, maybe Adam Cole was the one who's going to turn on Cole, no matter what, whether he wins the title or not, he will join the Kingdom. But I'm happy they didn't turn on each other. Like, I even said, like, why not? Like, and maybe, like, this could be, like, leading to them feuding with Roderick Strong and his stupid fucking ROH group or whatever. So, yeah. But again, the match was good. Friendship wins, ladies and gentlemen. And after the match, and after they all celebrate each other, they all celebrate with now them being both tag champs and one of them being the world champion. They announced really after that, current Tony Khan, here we got news for you. Look next year. Next year, All In. We're returning to Wembley Stadium next year, 2024. It's like, oh, great. Oh, man, not again. I was hoping this was like a one-time thing, because like, why not All Out be on every fucking different... Why isn't this show All Out? Why you gotta do two different shows? Or what does that... Like, not just that, why you gotta really do? Like, what's the need to do different pay-per-views? Or what's the need of doing All Out in Chicago only? Just saying. And again, like, All In, since, like, by logic, like, why not give other people places a chance? They're clearly doing this because this is a way to fucking sell the show. They did announce the show, during, I think, after the Anarchy in the Arena match. Not Anarchy, it was the Stadium Stampede. After that match, I believe, or whatever, they then announced that fucking Nigel McGuinness, the commentator, announced that this show got 81,000 people. Which, was an all-break record, like, whatever. I mean, some people may say this might not be true, or... whatever. No matter what, it's like whatever. I'm not surprised that they sell that many tickets, anyways. I'm not surprised that they sell the tickets they did, because it is, again, you're gonna, no matter what, like, you have to say whether you're an AEW fan, a WWE fan, or even just a fan of both, or maybe just like me, and not a big fan of both currently because of how modern wrestling is. You can't deny that. Sure, it's good that they sell out that much, but it's not surprising because again, AEW is a smarky fans delight. And the UK, you have a lot of smarky wrestling fans. They're going to sell that much because it is a smarky fucking country. That's where a lot of wrestling fans are going to be. And, if they get wrestling, they're going to fucking go to it no matter what. So what do we expect? Maybe they might sell more with WWE because WWE's more popular. But the fact that they sell that much, like, no matter what it is, even if it's under 80, it still is somewhat impressive. Okay? Because... they're gonna sell that much no matter what because that's how fucking the Smarks are. The Smarks are buying this, okay? Come on. It's a fucking Smarky Fed that Smarks gonna buy. Obviously, but the thing is, the fact that people bring this up like, they sell at Wembley. But again, what about fucking the general show? Just bragging about one show does not make up the point that you're not selling out all your shows. So it's not saying like, see, AEW succeeding. They're only succeeding because of the Smarky fans. But again, it's not like it's gaining more viewership. You have to understand that, people. But whatever. That happened. It's fine. Let them do what the fuck they're doing. At least that would mean that next year, I'll know what to fucking do around this weekend and shit like that. So it's not like, and like, I would prepare won't be drained and whatever. I don't know. And I would at least like that. At least, I don't need to fucking watch a wrestling show. Like at the night, it'll be on a fucking early day, So that's a good thing, I would supposedly say. There is news that fucking apparently CM Punk and Jack Perry had an interaction. Backstage now another brawl out or whatever. Apparently that's not true, according to Miro. I don't know, some people say now it's officially true, whatever, because Tony Khan said something. I don't know. All I know is I think it's Jack Perry's fault because Jack Perry's, he bumped into Punk and then Punk, apparently, but again, but Punk's a cancer. While I understand why people don't like Punk, you have to understand, apparently Jack Perry doesn't like Punk either. He never liked Punk, so apparently, how dare you say the whatever, and then, don't you think it's Jack Perry's fault? Again, this is the same guy who wanted to get off TV 1 week because he wanted to land a spot, and CM Punk's like, that's not a good spot to do. And Punk's like, that's looking out for the talent. But fucking just Jack Perry wanted off from his TV show. He wanted fucking off. That's literally why. Aside from that, maybe more developments will come, but yeah, it's happening, isn't it, huh? Even though it's kind of funny, whatever. But we don't know yet. Other than that, All In was not a bad show. It was not a bad show. Definitely watch. It was not bad. There are things that are watchable. I enjoyed the Sting Stampede match. The Punk Samoa Joe match was whatever. It wasn't terrible. The Kenny Omega match, the fucking 6-man tag was just it was whatever. It was your typical flippy fucking indie type of match. But Sting Stampede match was pretty exciting. The Darby Allin Sting match was fine. I didn't even mind the fucking Fatal 4 Wins match, which I didn't mind it. The Acclaim match was fine as well. The Jericho match was fine. There are a lot of decent matches on this show. But yeah, definitely Adam Cole and MJ was a good match. Again, by logic, since this is supposed to be your WrestleMania, by logic, you should be doing the biggest matches. By logic, this show should have had Sting in the main event, like it or not. I'm not trying to take away what's done is done, but by logic, imagine Sting versus MJ was the main event for this show. That would have been a bigger match. If anything, I would have been more excited for that match, in my honest opinion. But again, I care about the match still with Adam Cole and MJ because of the story of they're doing the past few weeks. And, they've been building it, so it's whatever. It is what it is. Overall, the show was not bad. Who knows? Maybe next year they might do fucking All In, and then maybe Sting will face the world champion. That's what they have to do. They have to have the biggest stars possible, make this legit at WrestleMania, and Sting and Jericho. Again, I don't know why they do Sting and Jericho tonight. Why the hell they just turned Jericho babyface overall, and they basically just dropped the Sting and Jericho match idea, which would have been big to even do on this show. I think that would have been a way better and more exciting match to see than Will Ospreay, honestly. But, whatever, it is what it is. Heck, you could have just done easily, so Sammy Guevara versus fucking Will Ospreay for the Smarts, some bullshit, whatever. But honestly, whatever. What they did, like or not, the Smarts are gonna love it because this was basically catering to, smarky wrestling fans. But as for, as for a guy who's again, an old school type of wrestling fan, who's constructive, who like to constructively criticize a show when it needs to, it wasn't a bad show. It was watchable. Not a bad fucking AEW show. Definitely better to watch than a lot of AEW Dynamites or whatever. But definitely was too long. You know what I mean? But it wasn't bad. Probably it definitely was one of the AEW pay-per-views that I liked so far. I think this year. I think the only preview so far was Revolution, Forbidden Door. I enjoyed the show better than Forbidden Door. So as a whole, so that's what I will say. I think that's all to say, people. Just keep real. Get your games proposed by Miss Leaks by Miss Bitches go oh shit. Yeah, that was fucking all out or not all in. See, I'm gonna get them confused, but yeah, that was all in. Basically, night one of their supposed WrestleMania. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna try to judge it as a show. I don't even want to fucking think about 2 nights or whatever. But as a show, it's its own right. The all-in show. It wasn't a terrible show. Okay, it wasn't terrible. There you go. I hope that makes some people happy, even though I'm not trying to fucking bring the bar down. But it wasn't that bad. Definitely being in the day helped do it wonders. So that's good. The show wasn't boring. I mean, it had some. I mean, it wasn't the most boring show, but it had some subpar moments and some boring moments. But it wasn't it didn't kill the show to being it's the worst wrestling show or a very boring show in general. It still was intriguing. It still had its decent moments. So, and there were some good matches or whatever. So there you go. Well, the build was pretty rushed and bad. That's the only problem with the show. But the show was not too bad. It wasn't bad a show. It was okay. It was okay. But is it the best wrestling? Is it the biggest and best wrestling show? Far from it. It was an okay show, folks. Alright? That's what I'm saying. Just keep it real. Get your games plus. Like this might be some bitches go oh show shit. I'm gonna say. Till next time. Peace. Yeah, bye. Alright show. It's an alright show, folks. Till next time. Peace. Yeah, bye. Some good moments there.